All right, this is Andrew Ron, and I'm joined by
Nick Hobner.
Nick Hopner. So, in our last video, if you're happen to be watching these chronologically, Nick kind of shared and disclosed some of the craziness that's going on in his world. So, I'm going to share. I don't have anything that can quite top that level of zonkiness, um, but uh, but I'm going to share. Yeah, but I'm going to share what's been going on with me and something that I was doing a little research on last night, and some of the thoughts that it was causing me to, you know, twist together as they relate to marketing. So here's what's been going on with me. I've been having eye strain lately, and actually have these eye strain glasses to hopefully help. And we'll see if they actually do. I'm actually checking out right now eye strain monitors. So here's the story with that. There's actually a lesson here. So turns out, right, there are a lot of folks out there that have a passion for gaming, right? A lot of people out there are what they call, cyber athletes, and they're really into the performance of their monitors. So I'm doing all this research, right? I'm like reading up all on monitors because, of course, my concern is I want to eliminate tension. And turns out these cyber athlete types, obviously, they're staring at their monitors constantly, and they're dealing with, really twitchy, reflexy. They need their screens to refresh very quickly so that their performance in their games can be, as high as it can possibly be. So it's kind of a similar concern. And eye fatigue, I'm sure, is a problem when you're doing like a marathon gaming session. So I'm reading all this stuff, and it's like you have to have the right kind of graphics card, you have to have the right kind of monitor, you have to have the right kind of cable, you've got to have the right kind of firmware. And I'm just like going down this rabbit hole of reading all this stuff to get to like the most high performance monitor you can find. And I'm starting to get frustrated because I'm like, I just want a quick fix. I want this to be easy. I want there to just be like an answer that I can just like be like, okay, done, and then I'm over with it. But as with most things in life, right? It's like it's never really that easy. There's never really like that quick of a fix, especially if you want to do like a really good job at whatever it is you happen to be doing. So I said, you know, what can I do to shortcut this process? Because I don't have but so much time that I can devote to like researching a monitor. So I said, okay, I need an experts. I need some expert counsel here. So I have a buddy, and I know that my buddy's a pretty serious gamer, and he's got other buddies that are like even more serious gamers. So like I just need to go straight to the source. So I shot my buddy off an email. Hopefully I'll hear back. I'll definitely keep you guys posted. But I realized it's like I'm not going to be able to figure this out on my own. Like I literally must go to an expert. And this is something that Nick and I encounter all of the time, where we have people, right? They're coming to us and they realize it's like, dude, I need the shortcut. And the fastest path, of course, to a shortcut is finding someone who's already done this research and can point you in the right direction. Because you certainly can do it all on your own. Or, you can just go someone that has that knowledge. Now, in the marketing world, right, when you're dealing with people that are so much busier than you, it's of course awesome to go straight to them for advice. Again, this is something that Nick and I deal with constantly, but it's also very important to be just sort of respectful of that person and their schedule, how busy they are, and how valuable the knowledge they contain is. Because I'll tell you this: if I get an awesome piece of knowledge, through my friend, and now in this case is like, this is one of my tight buddies, so he's not necessarily going to expect like financial compensation for this, but it's really important to note that you want there to be a two-way value exchange. So I happen to know that my buddy right now really needs some advice and help with creating his resume, because he's about to enter into a new field. He just got himself a new degree, and so he's entering a new field. So I know there's a kind of a mutually beneficial value exchange where it's like, hey, if you go out of your way to do something for me, I'll make sure I go out of my way to provide you with some excellent advice when it comes to crafting your resume. I'll probably even proofread it for him. I even located a couple of YouTube videos recently that like really dial in on what you should put on your resume. So even with a type, I mean, this person's like a buddy that's been my buddy for ever. Even with someone like that, like I want to make sure, like, boom, value exchange. Like, hey, you go out of your way for me, go out of my way for you, right? So it's reciprocation. There's a back and forth. So keep that in mind. Usually, when you're dealing with a top marketer or something, it's going to be more of a monetary exchange, like you're going to pay for coaching. It always has to be the back and forth. Otherwise, there's kind of, you want things to balance out. So I don't know if Nick, if you want to add anything to that, but really important considerations. One, expert counsel, and two, make sure there's value for value going back and forth in that relationship, because that's just the way of the world. That's how it works.
That is how it works. And we haven't launched anything yet, but if you're looking for somebody to help you through where you're at right now in your business, particularly as it pertains to setting up your own and building your own product, we may or may not be able to help you. So you might want to ask in the comments if you're looking for something like that and open to it.
I like it. Well, that's all we got for now.